When Hazrat Ali said that the one who weeps is the one who has fulfilled the relationship from the heart, he was not talking about ordinary tears. He was revealing a secret about the soul, a truth that many people ignore in this world where relationships are built and broken so easily. He was reminding us that sincerity still exists, that hearts that truly connect still feel pain when bonds break, because when love is pure and loyalty is real, the heart cannot remain silent. It speaks through tears. The eyes become the language of the soul, and every drop that falls carries a story of truth. In our world today we see many relationships. They exist in name but not in depth. People smile in front of each other but hide behind walls of ego. They talk but do not truly connect. They promise forever but mean until it is convenient. They forget that every relationship is a trust from Allah. Every bond, whether it is friendship, family or love, is a test of sincerity. When you fulfill that trust from your heart, when you give without expecting, when you care without counting, when you forgive even when it hurts, that is when your connection becomes real. And if it breaks, your heart weeps because your heart knows you gave everything. Tears are not weakness. Tears are a sign that your heart was alive, that you felt, that you gave, that you cared. Many people think that strength means never crying, but in truth the strongest souls are those who have felt the deepest pain and still choose kindness, those who have been betrayed yet still pray for others, those who have been ignored yet still wish good, those who have been forgotten yet still remember others in their du'as. That is the meaning of fulfilling a relationship from the heart. Hazrat Ali's words remind us that the one who cries has truly loved, has truly cared, has truly fulfilled the right of connection, because if you have given your heart to someone with sincerity, then even their absence cannot erase your compassion. You may feel broken, but your tears will be witnessed by Allah. He knows the truth that others do not see. He knows your effort, your patience, your silent sacrifices, your hidden prayers. He knows when you stayed loyal when others forgot what loyalty means. He knows when your heart wept at night for someone who never realized your worth, and He counts every tear not as weakness but as faith. People often say they care, but when time tests them they disappear. Some claim they love, but when sacrifice is needed they turn away. Some pretend loyalty, but when mistakes happen they choose judgment instead of forgiveness. These are the people Hazrat Ali warned us about, those who have a meaningful relationship only in words but not in heart. They neither feel shame for breaking it nor tears for losing it, because their relationship was never rooted in sincerity. It was built on need, on comfort, on pride, and when pride replaces love, the relationship dies. True relationships demand humility, the ability to admit mistakes, to forgive, to communicate, to care even when it is not easy, to listen when your ego wants to speak, to stay when your heart wants to run away. When you fulfill all this from your heart, you build something eternal, and even if the world turns cold, even if people forget your name, even if those you loved move away, your heart will remain pure, your connection with Allah will remain intact, and your tears will become your testimony. A heart that weeps is a heart that has known the value of love, a heart that has given more than it received, a heart that has stayed truthful in a world full of lies. The one who fulfills relationships from the heart never loses, because Allah never lets sincerity go unrewarded. Maybe the person you cried for does not see your tears, but Allah does. Maybe the one you cared for does not value your effort, but Allah does. Maybe the one you prayed for does not even remember you, but Allah remembers you, and that is enough. There is a kind of strength that is born only from heartbreak, a strength that teaches patience, that molds humility, that awakens wisdom. The tears you cry in secret for a broken relationship purify you. They remind you that love without Allah is fragile, but love with Allah is eternal. When you love someone for the sake of Allah, you never truly lose them, because even if they leave, the bond becomes a lesson, the pain becomes a reminder, and the tears become a bridge between your heart and your Creator. When Hazrat Ali spoke these words, he was teaching us emotional intelligence before the world ever knew that term. He was showing that sensitivity is not weakness, it is awareness, it is the ability to feel deeply, to connect spiritually, to live sincerely. And today we need that lesson more than ever, because we live in a time where detachment is glorified. People say do not care too much, do not trust too much, do not love too deeply, but that is not the teaching of Islam. The Prophet himself cared deeply, loved sincerely, and forgave endlessly. Caring deeply is not foolishness, it is faithfulness, because the heart that Allah softens is a sign of His mercy. When you fulfill a relationship from the heart, you may cry, but those tears wash away arrogance, they wash away pride, they purify your soul, they make you humble and close to Allah. Every tear that falls for the sake of a sincere relationship is counted by the angels, because sincerity is rare, sincerity is sacred, sincerity is what keeps humanity alive. Think of every relationship you have, whether it is with your parents, your friends, your spouse, your siblings, or even someone who once was a stranger. Every relationship is a mirror that reflects your own soul. How you treat others shows what lives inside you. If your heart is pure, your love will be pure, your forgiveness will be real, and your tears will not shame you, they will honor you, because they will stand as proof that you fulfilled the relationship from your heart. Some people live their whole lives without ever feeling this depth. They move from one person to another, one friendship to another, one promise to another without ever giving their soul. They build walls around their emotions. They think this will protect them from pain, but in truth it only keeps them from truly living, because to love sincerely is to risk pain, and to weep is to show that you dared to love courageously. When you cry for someone, you are not weak, you are brave. You had the courage to give your heart, you had the faith to trust, you had the patience to endure, and when the time came you had the honesty to let your tears speak the truth. Every tear says, I cared, I gave, I stayed, I tried, and when Allah sees this, He never lets such sincerity go to waste. There will be people who never understand your tears. They will mock you, they will say, move on, forget it, why are you still hurting? But they do not know that your tears are not for the past, they are for the purity that once existed. They are a prayer in liquid form, they are your heart's way of talking to Allah when words fail. So do not be ashamed of your tears, they are the signs that you fulfilled your duty from your heart. And remember this, those who have neither shame nor tears are the ones who have lost touch with their soul. They have silenced their conscience, they have turned their hearts to stone. They can walk away without guilt, they can betray without regret, they can hurt without remorse, but they cannot find peace, because peace lives in the heart of those who love sincerely. The day you stop feeling pain for others, the day your tears stop flowing for truth and for love, that is the day your heart has died. Never let the world make you hard, never let betrayal steal your compassion, never let disappointment destroy your faith. Keep your heart alive even if it hurts, because the heart that feels pain is still alive, and the heart that still loves despite pain is close to Allah. When relationships break, the heart asks many questions. Why me? Why now? Why did they change? Why was my love not enough? But remember, Allah does not waste the tears of the sincere. Sometimes He removes people from your life to protect your peace. Sometimes He closes doors to save your soul. Sometimes He makes you cry so you can learn to rely only on Him. And when you finally understand this, you realize that your tears were never in vain. They were part of your purification, your elevation, your preparation for something higher. Your heart is a garden. The more sincerity you plant, the more beauty it will grow. But if others trample that garden, do not curse the rain. Let your tears water it, let your faith strengthen it, because what grows from sincerity never dies, it only transforms. Those who fulfilled relationships from their heart are the ones who build legacies. They are remembered not because they were perfect, but because they were real. They made mistakes, but they loved truly. They were hurt, but they forgave. They cried, but they remained grateful. They lost, but they never stopped praying. And that is why Allah raises their ranks, because the purity of a weeping heart is more valuable than the pride of a dry one. So if you are someone who has cried for others, who has felt pain because you loved sincerely, do not regret it. Your tears are not your weakness, they are your evidence before Allah that you fulfilled your trust. You remained loyal when others forgot loyalty. You remained kind when others turned cold. You remained patient when others gave up. You fulfilled the relationship from your heart, and Allah will fulfill His promise to heal you. In the end, every tear that fell for the sake of love and sincerity will turn into light on the day of judgment. It will stand as a witness that you were true, that you were faithful, that you lived with heart. And that is why Hazrat Ali's words are not just about sadness, they are about victory. The victory of truth over pretension, the victory of sincerity over hypocrisy, the victory of the heart over ego. So keep your heart soft, keep your intentions pure, and never be ashamed of your tears. They are your soul's signature. They show that you are alive, that you care, that you have not become like those who have no shame and no tears. The world may not understand, but Allah always does. And when you fulfill a relationship from your heart, you are never a loser, even if you end up alone, because you walked with truth, and the truth always leads back to Him.